get into your physical. It's time to talk some this and more. We gonna talk about it all. DVD, CD, UHD, VHS, books, Blu-ray. Who knows, maybe you'll even see a laser disc today. Let's get physical. We wanna talk some physical media. Movies and TV, music and more. Come check out what we have in store. This is a media house dream. It's time for some physical media on FanZcene.
I know it was like really popular because it like won some Oscars and whatever, but
Jimmy does that.
It's got the Mighty Ducks guy. Got that guy.
No! Yes, but no! He's not the Mighty Ducks guy! It's Emilio Estevez! We're the Emilio! You can never have enough physical media.
Well, hello, fellow followers. Welcome back to the Physical Media Show here on FanZcene. I'm Greg of FanZcene. It looks like it's just me tonight, guys. Rookie and Runner couldn't be here. Rookie maybe might pop in. I don't know. It depends on how long I go. Tom is doing something. He may pop in as well, too. Tom and Rook may pop in, but it's probably just going to be me tonight, guys. I almost thought about canceling the show because of everything that's happened in the news cycle today and everything. And it's a sad day and everything. And with everybody running a little late tonight, I almost canceled the show, but I decided maybe I'd go on with the show and, maybe share a little bit of physical media with you guys, maybe provide a little distraction for you guys who are feeling it, because I know I'm feeling it. But let's go ahead and say hi to the chat, and we'll have a fun show tonight, right? Just us, me and you. It doesn't matter how many show up or not, in the chat or watching. Let's just have a good show tonight, talk physical media, and take our minds off a few things. So what's up, Danny Hooley? Glad to see you out there as well. Hell to you. Who else we got here? We got Void King. Hello, Void King. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's been a hell of a day, man. It's depressing. What's up, Heather Preston? Hi to you. Glad to see you with us as well. What is up, Psycho Not Your Daddy? Howdy to you. Yes, Ace Hanlon. Very sad day today. That's why I said I almost canceled the show, but because it's just. I could say some crap that would probably get me banned off YouTube, and I don't want to do that. So I want to kind of just distract and talk physical media. So what's up, Ace Hanlon? Glad to see you. Hell to you, Brian Barth. Glad to see you as well. What is up, Anthony Draven? Hell to you as well. Nice and improved show, but kicking them off. You never know. You never know. What is up, Corlin Rogue? Hi to you. Glad to see you as well. Hell to you, style section. Glad to see you out in the chat. Make sure you guys tell your friends, your family, whatever, if you want to come onto the show. Honestly, I'm not expecting a big crowd tonight. But especially with it just being me and everything that's happened today. And Tom might show up. Depending on how long I go. Depending on how long I keep the show, Tom may show up. He had something to do. He is back in town, but he did have something to do. But by next week, everything should be back to normal on the Physical Media Show. So everything should be sort of sliding back into place by next Wednesday. So Tom may show up, Rook may show up. We'll see how it goes. But you do have me. It is my channel. I do love physical media. I do love sharing physical media with y'all, and I do love talking it. And I love talking with you guys, and I love enjoying making videos and everything. So we'll get into this and have some fun. What's up, I almost called you Hollywood for a second. What's up, Hollifield? Glad to see you as well. What's up, John the Beagle? Dad, glad to see you there. I am doing good. I hope you are doing good as well. It's been a day. Let me tell you, it's been a day. Yes, there you go. Thank you. No physical media, no matter who's on, that's a good thing. Oh, you got both the Tron movies. I didn't get a chance to pre-order those. Those pre-orders came on quick. People bought them up real quick, and I'm not a big fan of what Disney's been doing for that. But I may end up getting the imported versions, which is just the singles, but without the steelbook. They're cheaper. They're cheaper regardless. So I may end up getting them that way. All right, but let's get into this. let's see what is going on, what we got for upcoming releases, and I'll show you guys what I got, and we'll see how long this goes, and we'll have some conversation and some distraction. Up first, we have for upcoming releases, we do have, if I can pull the list up here, it looks like Kino Lorber will be releasing a box set of the Death Wish movies on Blu-ray. Death Wish 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, all on a big Blu-ray box set coming November 25th. Now, the first movie has already been released on 4K. These are all Blu-ray, but I know the first movie and the second movie have been released on 4K. The second movie is on 4K from Vinegar Syndrome. I think Kino Lorber did the first movie on 4K. I know they're doing the third movie's coming on 4K, and I think the third movie's coming out on 4K from Kino Lorber as well. But Kino Lorber is releasing a box set of the 5 Death Wish movies on Blu-ray. Also, there will be a limited edition steelbook for The Conjuring: The Last Rites, which is coming soon. The Sound of Music is available to pre-order now on 4K combo pack. There's going to be there's not much here for new releases. Not much for new releases, so I'm trying to find them all. That's important. Let's see. The Gardener, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme from Amazon, is up for pre-order. Never even knew that existed. We also have The Morning Show from Apple TV is getting a Blu-ray release, seasons 1 and 2, which is interesting because with the Apple TV's TV shows, what's funny is because like Apple doesn't want to release physical media. They don't like releasing physical media. They said so themselves, but their TV shows are a different thing because they've released with Ted Lasso, but that's because like with the TV shows, other people own them. And I think we're also sort of seeing that now with F1 because it was Apple, but also Warner Brothers helped it. So it's also coming to, so they're starting to get into that trend with that. And then, like, one of the big Warner Archive collections is they're releasing a 6-disc deluxe collection, part of my French, of Tom and Jerry, the Golden Era anthology, 1940 to 1958. It looks like it'd be a big set for you cartoon collectors out there as well. Yes, so we got that. That's coming. What did I say? Yeah, and then I'll see who Disney won't sell. Yes, F Disney. Yes, because you guys are getting screwed down there in Australia, and that is ridiculous. I love Kino Lorber too. It's one of my favorite. You remember pic I shared on Twitter, trailer tapes I got rid of, and she resold a lot and sent me $2,000 for them all. Wow, no worries. I still have a crap ton. Just sharing. Thought it was wow. You got $2,000 for all those tapes. He did share out tapes on Twitter that he was getting rid of. 2,000, that's a good deal. Yes, I know a lot of people did. Some people did cancel their shows tonight, and I thought about it, considering Rookie was going to be late, Tom was going to be late, Runner was probably not going to be able to join. I thought about it, and especially with everything that happened today, but I thought maybe some of you out there might just want a little bit of a distraction. That's why I decided to do the show. And even if it's just me, like I said, I'm not expecting a big crowd here. I just thought maybe some of you might want a distraction. For the ones that are unaware of what's going on, for some of you, you may not even know because you just, you know, it is what it is. But I don't know how recently it was announced, but just pre-order Chronicles of Narnia, the 90s BBC. I didn't even know they had the Chronicles of Narnia being released there. So there you guys have that from the BBC. Hi, Trevor. Glad to see you as well. Yes, that Tom and Jerry is a must-have. Must-have. Yes, thank you, Six. I needed to pivot myself. So I thought, you know what? Just going to go ahead and do the show. Just going to go ahead and do it. Talk some physical media and stuff, and just have a good night. You know, and do that. So I appreciate you. And thank you everybody in the chat and everybody that is watching. Well, let's see. Let's continue here. What do we have? Casino is getting a 4K steelbook. I know a lot of people were very upset over this Casino steelbook art. I'm going to show it to you guys because like people were going like they were not a fan of this Casino steelbook art. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of that Casino steelbook art? You think it's fun? And some people were not a fan of that. I already have that on 4K. I don't think there's really nothing new to it. It's just a steelbook. So if you guys want it, you can go ahead and pre-order. If you don't, it's still available to you know have as is. Yeah, that art is That's terrible art. Yeah. It's not very good. I know some people were like very upset over that. And then we're also getting a One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest 4K Steelbook. They haven't announced the artwork on that one yet. I think that's about it as far as I've seen lately. Oh, and Weapons. I don't know if we talked about that last week or not, but Weapons, the new movie Weapons, is coming to 4K and Blu-ray October 14th. So that is available then. That is available then if you guys will want that. It's October 14th. And I think that is it as far as upcoming releases are going to be. So I think that's about it, guys. So let's see. Let's talk to the chat a little bit more, and then I'll get into showing you my picks for the night. So we'll get into all this. 10 seconds and MS Paint. Yeah, right? That art, that's just like, it just put it all together. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. Well, a lot of it's okay if you don't like it. Some do, some don't. Some, and I did miss someone. So what's up, Sharon Rashin? I hope I'm saying that name right. Probably not. I probably butchered it. And I apologize if it did. Hello to you and physical media forever, 100%. One show I'd like to see on physical media DVD at least is a short-lived 1984 sitcom called The Duck Factory with a young Jim Carrey. I think I've heard about that, but yeah, I think I've heard about that. I don't know. That would be something interesting to have on physical media. So, all right. With that being said, we went through all that and everything. And so if you guys have any other things you want to say, ask me in the chat or anything before I get into my picks for the night. I got 3 movies. I'm going to share them with you. I'm hoping to go at least an hour, at least an hour of your time to try and, just let your mind wander on other things for a moment, for an hour or so. Yes, getting to Casino. Yes, Joe Bob Briggs is in Casino. He has one scene. It's great. I have the 4K already, so I don't know. I don't think there's anything new coming to the 4K. I could be wrong, but yeah, Joe Bob has a great cameo in Casino. It's a fun movie. I like that movie. It's a good one. It's a good one. Yes. When are we getting Armageddon? Come on. Criterion put out the cool DVD. I want to see Criterion put out an Armageddon Blu-ray 4K. I mean, even Ben Affleck was like, where's the 4K Criterion? So yeah. That's great. All right. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead into my first pick of the night. It is a comedy. My hair is like, I need a haircut bad. And I'm looking at myself and it's like aggravating me. Like I've seen this stick out. Anyway, sorry. My first pick of the night will be a comedy, and then the other ones might be a little bit of horror movies and stuff. But I have My Tutor, starring Matt Latanzanzi and Karen Kay. This was a really good movie. This was a fun movie. I had fun with this movie. I know I didn't like the one movie I brought on before called Private Lessons, which this movie is very similar to the movie Private Lessons, but with this movie, everybody is age appropriate. Everybody is old. It's not a 15-year-old sleeping with a 30-year-old which was Private Lessons, which was a disgusting movie. This movie is about it even's got Crispin Glover in it. Crispin Glover's in it. It's pretty funny in this. So this movie is about a kid who's graduated high school and his dad wants him to get him into Yale. But he can't get into Yale because he failed his French test. So his dad hires him a French tutor and he managed the school to have him retake the French test. So the girl, and they're all Americans. She's not French, but she comes in to teach this guy French so he can pass his test and go to Yale. And in the process, they tend to have a little more than just teaching French, because this movie is really funny because like this guy and Crispin Glover and his other friend are trying to get laid the whole movie. They're trying to get laid the whole movie and it's not working. And then all of a sudden this tutor comes in and this guy gets just like boom, like that. So it's a fun movie. It's one of those raunchy sex comedies from the 80s. What can you say? And that's I like these movies, and I got to give a shout out to Rick, who's in the chat a lot, who sent me this. So this was really good. Really fun movie. But what is this? What do we got here from John B? A really dumb question. Why are the discs called 4K Blu-ray. That's just what they call it. It's a Blu-ray. It's like it's the 4K version of the Blu-ray disc. That's just like what they're called. That's what they're called. Yeah, there's 4,000 pixels horizontally and all that. Yeah, hair vibing, going like, yeah, I know, I got that. Like, cause like my hair like sticks. It's just weird. It's weird. Physical media forever at 100%. And yeah, so like if you guys, if anybody's seen this movie, I do recommend this one. This one was funny. This one was pretty funny. It had some good moments in it, and you know, some good boobs. It has some really good boobs in this movie. What can I say? I'm a sucker for boobs. So if you have not seen this one, check this one out. I think it might be a little hard to get because I do believe this is an out of print Blu-ray release. But then no, this was a fun movie. I had fun time with it. So if you've never seen it, I would check it out. It's a good movie. It's a fun movie. It did it way better than Private Lessons ever could, as far as I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, it's got some good ones in this. The Tutor, very nice, very nice. What can I say? Very nice. But yeah, what can you say? What can you say? It's a good movie. It's a good movie. There are rumors that the X-Files. Speaking of which, because that's the anniversary of the X-Files today. Matter of fact, 32 years ago in 1993, the X-Files debuted on Fox. 32 years ago today. There are rumors that possibly, now these are rumors, none of this has been confirmed, that the X-Files may be getting a 4K upgrade set, right? Because there's been, because I've heard that Chris Carter is working on an extended version of I Want to Believe, the movie I Want to Believe, and the first movie. And typically when they're doing that and they're working on extended versions of 4Ks, they tend to work on it all together. The problem with all this is Disney owns X-Files now, and they're doing a remake of X-Files. So if they do it, that's what it'd be. And yes, it would be expensive for a new 4K set, but I would assume, but once again, I can't, you never know with Disney, that they may with the 4K release, if they do it, they do also tend to really release them in Blu-ray again. But you never know. You never know. But I have heard that there possibly could be a 4K of, yeah. Good set of milkers can make a movie. That is very true. That is very true. It's a pretty depressing day, so that's okay, Double Fett. That is okay. That's why I wanted to do this, right? Because I wanted to continue to like at least give you guys a distraction and think about other things. But yeah, X-Files was Fox, which means Disney. Yes, Disney owns. Sadly, they own it, and I'm just that upsets me to no end. That upsets me to no end. It was in 1994 when it premiered on your guys' channel. So it premiered in 1993 here in the U.S. 32 years ago. Physical media is more expensive. Yes, physical media has gotten more expensive. There's multiple reasons for that, and I know some people complain about that and everything. But see, as somebody, I know it sucks, and I haven't even been able to buy a lot myself here lately. But I have been buying physical media since I was a kid. So like I was spending like $35 on a VHS tape growing up, because that's how much they were. I was spending like $35 on a Blu-ray or DVD on a Blu-ray and everything. But I mean, there's so many reasons today, and people like Disney, screw Disney, by the way, will like to release the Tron 4K steelbooks. They released them so quick, and they didn't even give people warning, and so many people bought them up, and then you get the scalpers scalping them, and they charge them outrageous amounts of money. So like there's companies like Disney that just like, it's just a whole thing. It's a whole thing with everything like that. But what can you say? What can you say? All right. I don't think I've ever heard of Time Raider. I don't think I've ever heard of Time Rider. I've never heard of that one. All right, but I guess if you guys have any questions on my tutor, let me know. I mean, I'm done with it, So but it was a fun movie. Crispin Glover is pretty funny in this as well too. He's very weird as always. It's an '80s flick. What can I say? Up next for you guys, I have, which I talked about this a little bit last week's show, but I didn't watch it. I talked about it, but I've started started my, like, it's September, we're going in October, I'm feeling the Halloween vibes and everything. So I do like to start off with a little bit of comedy, horror, and stuff like that as well. So I did start off with The Final Girls here. So if you've never seen The Final Girls, this is a great fun movie. What this is essentially is about is that this girl here, right here, her, she lives in the real world, and this is her mom in the movie, but her mom was an actress in a like Friday the 13th type movie called Camp Bloodbath in the 80s. So it takes place in our world, and then her mom passes away, and she goes to a special screening of the movie. And during the screening of the movie, the theater catches fire, and her and her friends cut through the screen and jump into the screen to try to go out through the back, and they end up getting sucked into the movie Camp Bloodbath, and she gets to meet her mom, even though it's not her mom. She's playing the character, so like they become part of this slasher movie, which is like a Friday the 13th type movie. It's hilarious, it's funny, it's heartfelt. It's best if you've never. I don't want to explain too much for people who have not seen it, because it's really best if you go into this movie blind, if you don't know some of the surprises and twists. Because it really is a very passionate love letter to like 80s slasher movies, especially like Friday the 13th type movies. And it's very funny. And you read my mind, style section. You read my mind. The one problem I have with this movie, and with a lot of modern movies like this, because you can clearly tell the you know, Todd Strauss-Wilson, excuse me, I said his name, that director and everything, and them, they were, and everybody part of this were true fans of the slasher genre, especially the 80s movies. And there's a girl in the movie who is the de facto girl that normally would take off her top in the movie. And in, like, as we know in slasher movies, whenever there's any type of hanky-panky or tops coming off, the Jason and all them show up, right? They show up. So they do a scene where where they're going to lure him in, and the girl that's supposed to always gets naked in the movie, they have her do like a sort of a strip dance to, you know, She's My Cherry Pie. And you're expecting to see them because they talk about it the whole time. Like they talk about it, and then you don't see them. So you don't see it, but it doesn't ruin the movie. It doesn't ruin the movie. And I know my friend Hollifield here has actually talked to the director, and so he would know this better than I would have said. The distributor wouldn't release it as R, said they were forced to do a PG-13, which is not, it's not bad for a PG-13 movie at all. They get away with a lot and everything. That would just be my one complaint, is like, they talk about it like so much, like you expect to see it because of the way they talk about it and the way the girl acts and everything. And then it doesn't happen, but it's okay. In the end, it's really okay because it doesn't run the movie, because this movie is like it's very good. It's very solid. And it's got so many great emotional beats into this. And it's such like, it makes you really want to watch more the Friday the 13th movies again and everything. It makes you want to like immediately watch this movie again after you watch it. I had fun with this movie. I've seen it a bunch of times. I've had it for years, but it is a really good movie, and I think more people should know about this movie. So you guys should basically check it out. Sort of, yeah, it's sort of like Pleasantville, sort of like Final Girls, for that. But you should definitely check it out. If you're a slasher fan, if you're a horror fan, if you're a fan of the Friday the 13th type movies, I definitely think you guys would really like this movie. It's a fun movie. It's got a great cast. It's hilarious. It's heartfelt. It's got like the beats, like it's not, and it's not just like Friday the 13th, because I was watching this, and it's also haven't watched it in a while, but when I was watching it, I've seen like, oh, they also did The Burning. They also did the movie The Burning in this, and they also did other like camp movies like that. And then you see it, you get into it, and you're like, oh, okay. So especially so if you're really into it, you know, you'll catch it. You'll catch all the like little references and stuff. And like I was saying, like with the meta horror movie, because this is sort of like a meta horror movie, very few of them are done right. This one is done very, very well. Very well. So I would put this in the good column of meta horror movies. So yes, lots and lots of Easter eggs in this. You know, it was dumb releasing an arc considering it didn't get enough push to make the, but yeah, I mean, in the end, I think a lot of horror fans have found it, and people like me and other people are still telling people about it. So yeah, it might have been dumb, but it still made its way, right? It's me that hyped your video twice that you uploaded this morning, and you got to. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Thank you for. Yeah, you guys can hype the video now because YouTube no longer pushes creators. They don't allow your new videos and live streams to be seen. So hyping the video really helps the video a lot now. So thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, the sequel idea is great. I hope they get to make it one day. I do. I hope they get to sort of make the sequel one day. It'd be kind of interesting, especially since the cast is all like older now, and some of them went on to become celebrities and stuff. So it'd be interesting to see where they would take it in the sequel. You know more about it. You interviewed them, and I cannot be. Sad part is I cannot be there the day Hollowfield interviewed the director and everything. So I did not get to talk to him the day. But it was a good interview that Hollowfield did with him, and yes, and it's a good double feature. Final Girls, Behind the Mask with the Rise of Leslie Vernon. Yes, definitely, and I'll probably be watching the Rise of Leslie Vernon again soon. I know I brought it on the show last time, I think last year, but my internet kicked me off and I never really got to talk about it. So I'm going to rewatch it this year again and hopefully get to talk about it without my internet kicking me off the stream and everything. So check out The Final Girls. It's a fun movie. I think you guys will enjoy it, especially if you're horror slasher fans out there. I think you'll definitely enjoy the movie. And I'm going a lot quicker than I anticipated because I really did want this to go an hour. I don't want to rush through it. And yeah, maybe it helps a little bit to have people to bounce off of, when we're all on here. But, hey, what can you do? What can you do at this time? But if you guys got any questions before I get on to my final pick of the night, or want to talk about anything else before I move on, physical media related or movie related, drop it in the chat. And we'll talk about it, and that way we'll get the stream to last a little longer than just 20 so minutes or something like that. So if you guys want to chat or talk about anything, just let me know. So just let me know. But yeah, like I said, I'm getting to the horror spirit and everything, and Halloween's coming up and everything, and so, it's kind of it's just that time of year, and it's weird. It's weird, to with some of these movies, bring them on everything. It's what can I say? But I'm going to go ahead and bring on my last pick for the night, and then maybe we'll talk some more if you guys have any questions or anything. So my final pick of the night is, I remember Runner was actually saying this was a good movie, and I found this, just for $9. I know it's on 4K, but I found this for $9 and I went ahead and I got The Black Phone starring Ethan Hawke, a Blumhouse movie. And what is that book? Blush? Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. I haven't watched the Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors in forever. I remember the first couple ones. I don't even remember the last time I watched them. I remember all the aliens. I remember the one, I can't even remember them all. It's been a long time since I've watched them. A very long time since I watched them. I used to watch them all the time, but I haven't really watched The Simpsons in years. Maybe we'll talk about that a little more here in a minute. But I cannot believe I'm going to praise a Blumhouse movie. I'm not really a big Blumhouse fan. And I saw the trailer for this before. I remember Runner saying it was a decent movie. It's from the director of Sinister and Doctor Strange. This was actually a really solid, really good horror flick. I was watching it, and it's set in 1978. They nailed the 70s vibes aesthetic of this film. Nobody in this movie looks like they've seen an iPhone. All the kids, all the actors, the adults, it feels like it takes place in 1978. The casting is great. The directing is great. The movie is solid. I had never seen it before until I bought it. I found it, like I said, I found a $9 Blu-ray, $9 Blu-ray, and I found it, and I was happy I did. This movie reminds me of like one of those movies where you would rent at a sleepover or something with your friends and watch it. Be like, dude, you got to see this. It was really solid. It's like they took Halloween, Michael Myers, the original Halloween, Michael Myers, and Nightmare on Elm Street, and this is the movie, right? So like that's legitimately, this is the movie. It's Michael Myers meets Nightmare on Elm Street, and Ethan Hawke is freaking so good as the grabber in this. He's scary, he's intimidating, the way he changes his voice, the what he does, and it's like you never know what he's going to do next. It is really, really good. This is a solid flick. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a huge Blumhouse fan, but this feels like this doesn't feel like a Blumhouse movie really at all. It's pretty solid. Yeah, this one is good. This one is good. So yes, and I was going to get to the Uncle Remus. I was going to get to, because I saw the trailer after I watched this one. I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get that. Yeah, I hate the trailer because the trailer almost gives it all away. It feels like it until you actually watch it. So I'm not going to give too much of it away. So I'll give you like the basic plot of the movie. So it takes place in a small town in 1978. A bunch of kids have gone missing by the grabber. They don't know who it is. The main kid, Finney, and his sister, they live with their drunk, alcoholic, abusive dad. Their mom has passed away, and they're kind of like on their own for the most part. And then the boy, the Finney, gets kidnapped by the grabber. And he wears the mask so he can't, because he it's just like the way he wears this really creepy mask. So he doesn't want his face to be seen. And then what he does to these kids. And then the black phone in the room that he's locked in rings, and it may or may not have the victims of the kids that help Finney, So I don't want to go too much further than that. And his sister may have special dreams to help the police in finding where everything is. So that's like, I don't want to go too far in that, but yeah, if you've not seen the Black Phone, I do recommend the Black Phone. I think I will definitely rewatch this over and over again. It was pretty solid. And without spoiling too much, I did the trailer for the second movie is definitely full on Nightmare on Elm Street. It's like I said, it really feels like they took Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street, because they took like the basic elements of, yes, this is a normal human, because it is a human killer who prowls this small town, right, and takes his victims, but he does it in like sort of the Freddy Krueger-esque way, because he's not, not like babysitters like Michael Myers, but like Freddy was a child, in his movies. So it's sort of like that, and where this movie leads, and what the part 2 looks like, it definitely leads down the path of that. And I would assume it's going to take place in the 80s. So like set in the 70s, it's much more human, much more gritty, much more realistic. And then now you're moving on into the 80s with the kids are older and what's going to happen. So it really feels like that is really the next evolution of this movie. So yes, it was very, very solid, very solid. I thought it was one of the most boring. I get it. I get you psyching out your daddy, because this movie does, there's a lot of setting up into it. It's a little bit of a slow build in the beginning, but I don't mind that. I just really thought the aesthetic was really great. And I thought the story as it unfolded was really good. And this is a really good stranger danger movie. I really thought about showing this to my kids to say like, see, this is what you don't do, because it's really not that gory. The biggest problem I would have with showing my kids this movie, because they're younger than the kids in this, is like, there's a lot of cussing in this, and it's mostly done by the kids. The cussing is done by the kids, and I don't need to have my kids saying, "What does the word sea sucker mean?" What does that mean? So I don't. But I thought about showing it, because it's not really that bad. It's not that bad. But I'd be like, "Hey, listen, if you ever see a guy in a van or in a car and they're coming up to you and they're like this, don't do it. Do not talk to strangers, right? Do not talk to strangers. Do not do this. Do not allow this to happen. This is what happened," because this is like that legend of like the guy in the van taking kids. So, that is that. What major horror movies haven't gotten on 4K Blu-ray? I haven't got the Nightmare on Elm Streets yet, but I'm going to get them. I need, I got pretty much all the major, like the big 80s ones, the slashers. Oh, I still need to get the Hellraiser movies on 4K. I need to get the Hellraiser movies. I have the Psycho movies. I have the Halloweens. I have the Screams. I have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies on 4K. The 2 they've released on 4K. Wish they would release part 3 on 4K. I do like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. I would love to have the extended actual version of it, the film, which I did hear we're possibly getting a 4K of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. So I would like that. I would really like to get that. I need to get the 2 Sleepaway Camps. I would like Sleepaway Camp 1 on 4K, but I do need to pick up the Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 on 4K before they're gone. What other ones do I not have? The big ones. I got most of the John Carpenter ones. Some of them aren't on 4K yet. Like I would like to have In the Mouth of Madness by John Carpenter on 4K. I need Vampires. I need Vampires on 4K with James Wood. I got The Shining. I got all those. So yeah, I got most of the big ones on 4K already. And it doesn't hurt that most of those are like, already given out. Oh, I don't have the Friday the 13th on 4K other than part Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X, because I like my Shout Factory box set, and I don't know. I may or may not get those. Yeah, if the stranger in the van has candy, no, you don't get in the stranger in the van with candy. No, as I said, this movie is pretty solid. I thought it was pretty solid. I'm surprised, that I like this way, because it just, and Ethan Hawke steals this movie. His performance is incredible. The way, and I loved watching the behind the scenes, because I watched it and it's like he said like, I'm 52 years old now. It's time maybe I try something different than what I've been doing, and I really like that. And how often do you get to hear an actor say, I really like the idea of being behind the mask the whole movie? Because he's legitimately behind the mask the whole movie, other than maybe 2 scenes. And he said that really helped in his performance with the voice, how to do the voice, how to move with the eyes, because like when you can't see the person's face, we ourselves, our eyes are drawn to how the person acts and performs, and it's a really solid performance. So it was really good. I really liked it. Yeah, you have a good night, John. Thank you for hanging with us. I like horror movies. What can I say? And I haven't seen Heretic. I have not seen Heretic on that, so I don't know. I'm not sure what that movie is. Sorry, I haven't seen Heretic. What's up? Hey Greg, I can't stay, but thought I'd pop in and say hello. Have a good night, Rick. Thank you. And I did talk about the movie you sent me, my tutor. So thank you for that. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate that. Jeepers Creepers, I don't think it's on 4K, the first one, but that has so much stuff behind the movie that's kind of like, with the director and what he did and everything. And, I only liked the first movie. I didn't care for the second one, and I never even saw the last 2 because, like, the first Creeper is all right. It's good. But like, there's so much behind that movie and everything. I don't know if I can really get into Jeepers Creepers anymore. So, thanks for the stream, Greg. It has been a tough day. Yeah, it is. That's why I wanted. Once again, I know I've said it a bunch of times. That's why I wanted to do this. So, but that's it, guys. I'm all out of picks. But if you guys, I do want to keep going, and talking to you guys. And I really wanted to get used to, like, one of the reasons I didn't invite anybody else on into the stream, because I knew Tom and them weren't coming, because I really do need to get comfortable in doing this by myself, because I do, hopefully, if I can, if the channel keeps going, if I keep doing the channel and it does grow, there does come a point in time where I need to do more streams by myself, so I have to feel comfortable, and I have to get into that rhythm myself. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this by myself as well. Justin Long is good in Jeepers Creepers. He's very good in that movie. Or 2000s era horror movies on 4K. Like the Final Destinations, the only one I have on that is the new one, Bloodlines on 4K. None of the other ones have been released on 4K. I would like to buy them. I do enjoy that Final Destination series. As for Saw, I don't have the Saws on 4K. I have them on Blu-ray. I only like the first Saw, really. I think I've talked about this before. on the channel when me and Tom and everybody else was on here. I only really like the first Saw. I would like to get that on 4K, which I've been thinking about buying that on 4K. And I know part 2 and 3 are coming on, and I think 4 was it 4? It's coming on 4K steelbook, so they're coming out soon. So yeah, that's where I am with the Saw movies in the early 2000s. I love dinosaur movies, and I just watched Jurassic World Rebirth. So when I get paid, I'm going to buy. There you go. I have not seen the new Jurassic World Rebirth. Once again, I love the Jurassic Park movies, but I'm not like in a rush to see them. It takes me a while to see newer stuff, guys, because I'm not all about a lot of new movies and stuff. But I'm glad that you're going to buy that and support that, because that's what we need, supporting physical media and buying what you love. That's what I talk about on my channel. Buy the movies you love. Buy your favorites on physical media, whether it's Blu-ray, DVD, or whatnot. Buy them. You know, that's how we keep physical media going. That's how we keep it alive. And that's how we keep going, you know. And The Faculty is on 4K from Shit Factory. So, and it is a good movie. I do like The Faculty. I do need to get that. What do you think of Dolby Vision 2? Time to rebuy. I saw that. I haven't had time to dig into that because I thought about doing a video on that. Who sent me that? NYC on Twitter sent me that. And yeah, I'm hoping with Dolby Vision 2 and all this, because I have to get into this. Maybe I'll do a video on it for everybody so we know what he's talking about is, because I haven't dug into the story, is there's a new Dolby Vision thing with TVs and everything, and I'm really hoping I don't have to rebuy everything. And in the end, I probably wouldn't anyways. So I'd probably just keep what I have with the 4K TV, 4K, and all that. You know, as long as they keep making those, I'm cool. You know, I'll buy those. I ain't gonna upgrade to Dolby Vision 2 and upgrade every single movie all over again. So that's just me. That's just me. How do I keep track of my purchases? Blu-ray.com. Get the Blu-ray Books and Blush. This is a great app. You get a Blu-ray.com app on your phone or tablet or whatever, or your computer, whatever you want to do, and you scan the barcode. Like with your movies, you scan the barcode, and boom, it tells you, and it keeps a list of your collection, and that's how you know you got. And it helps you with like the 3,000, 5,000 movies I got, whatnot. You know, it really helps in that vein, and it keeps yeah, I can get lazy too. Sometimes I don't like want to scan it or anything. I just buy movies, you know, and I want to watch them and everything. But Blu-ray.com, that's BLU-ray.com app on your phone. That's a website. You can get it on tablet. It just scans and it keeps track of everything you bought from DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K. So now VHS is a different story. I have lots of VHS tapes that I have not cataloged, and I can't do that with the VHS tapes. It's just too many of them. Just too many of them. But there you guys go. Make sure you guys get Blu-ray.com. It really works very well. I like the scary. I know some people don't, and I don't think Tom is one of the ones that likes the scary movies franchise. I liked it. I like the first two. I think are the best in my opinion. Which is funny because like they're spoofing Scream in the first movie, and Scream itself is sort of a spoof of scary movies. And then in the second one, they're spoofing like the haunted house movies. I thought were pretty good. The other ones are pretty funny as well too, but I really think the first two are the best. I like the scary movie franchise. I know it's coming back for a 6th movie. We'll see how that goes. I know the Wayans brothers have control of it again, and we'll see how that goes. I use CLZ. It allows VHS, Laserdisc, HD, DVD, UMD, and BD. Oh, really? I've never heard of CLZ. I might have to look that up and see what that does. I just typically use Blu-ray.com and to scan everything to make sure I got everything. So that's I'm gonna have to look that up. Psychonaut Your Daddy. But yeah, as far as like the scary movies go, I don't mind them. I mean, who doesn't love a good spoof movie? You know, it eventually, you know, they spoof a bunch of horror movies and stuff, and they're fun. They're fun. I mean, as you can see, like with the Naked Gun, it did pretty well. A lot of people seem to like the new Naked Gun, and I think maybe people have missed movies sort of like that. So we'll see how Part 6 does and where they go with it. I've heard that maybe they're bringing back the original cast of the first movie with new people and blending them together, and yeah, I'm sure they'll do Scream again and all that. So yeah, yes, there is a new scary movie coming out. Scary Movie 6. The Wayans brothers didn't have the rights to it anymore, and then they got them back now. and so now they're making a new one, and they're going to. I believe they're going to spoof the new Scream movies. Long Legs, I heard they wanted to spoof. The Wednesday TV show, I heard they wanted to spoof. They what else? What were some of the other ones? The new I Know What You Did Last Summer, and there's something else. Like somebody like Marlon Wayne came out, said there was some, he came out and was talking about some of the stuff they want to spoof in their movie, but you have to see how it goes. You have to see how it goes. Yes, Kung Power to the Fist. I love that movie. That is a good movie. Kung Power to the Fist. If you've not seen that, that is a funny movie. That is hilarious. I like that too. I like that too. Hot Shots is great. Loaded Weapon is great. Scary Movie is great. A good spoof movie. Who doesn't love a good spoof movie, right? Who does not love a good spoof movie? They're fun. They're fun. Sometimes you just need dumb fun, right? Sometimes you just really need dumb fun. I have not seen Talk to Me. I've heard people really liked Talk to Me, so I've not seen it. Like, once again, 9 times out of 10, I probably have not seen a lot of new horror movies or new movies, especially horror movies, because I'm not a huge fan of a lot of new horror movies. Like I know this is like when was this? 2021, I think. I think it's 2021. I'm not sure, but like it took me from 2021 to now to see it. So, and I really enjoyed it. I really did enjoy this. So I'm looking forward to the second one now. I really do want to see it. I have not seen the new Naked Gun. Like, once again, it takes me a while to see new movies. I've not seen the new Naked Gun, but I've heard good things about it. So I do want to see it. I may buy that when that comes out. I think that comes out in November on Blu-ray and 4K. So I might just buy that because I've heard good things about it. I haven't heard many people say it was too bad. So we'll see. We'll see about that. We'll see how it goes. And we'll see how that goes. What's up, Jason Eisen? Glad to see you in chat. Says, thank you for everything you do. I really enjoy your channel. I like what you do with it. Big fan. I've always been into DVDs. Got to get a new TV. What one do you recommend to buy for watching 4K movies? I mean, it doesn't, with 4K, really, the 4K TVs, Sony or whatever good. You can even get like a Roku 4K TV. This isn't a Roku 4K. This is Roku HD. But like any 4K TV, as long as it has HDR and Dolby, you'll be good. You'll be good. Any brand, you can get one from Walmart. As long as you get the HDR and high dynamic range and Dolby and all that, Dolby Vision, you'll be good. And make sure you get you a good 4K player. Sony is releasing a new one with all the it's like internet stuff taken out of it, like the streaming thing, so it should run a little smoother. There's Panasonics, there's Philips, there's I think LG still makes them, so this should be very, very good Blu-ray 4K players out there and 4K TVs. Of course, yes. The more you spend on like the Sony and the Crystal QLED TVs and all that, the better they'll be. But like, as long as it has those main essential parts of like the HDR, Dolby Vision onto that 4K, they're pretty solid. Most you can spend like $200 on a pretty solid 4K TV. So don't worry too much about the name brand on that unless you want to go unless you're looking for a highbrow one, which Sony is always like, the tops, Sony, Panasonic, and all them. So there you guys have that. I barely watched the movie Heat last month. In my defense, I was a little kid when it first came out, and it takes me a while to. Yeah, there you go. But it was all right. So Naked Gun was okay. Uncle Remus was okay. I have to see it. I haven't heard like it was bad, but I haven't heard like it was super great. I've heard people said they had some fun with it and laughed a little. So yeah, there you go. Samsungs. That's what I was also trying to think. I was using Samsungs. Used to be the best, but they're still out there. You can still get them. The new Beetlejuice. I tried to watch the new Beetlejuice one. I couldn't get into it. I just couldn't. I really couldn't get into it. I really did. And if you like it, like I said, there's no judgment here of what movies you like and don't like. There's absolutely no judgment. I tried to watch it. I just couldn't get into it. I just couldn't. That's me though. That's me. But I hope I helped you a little bit, Jason Eisen, because like I got like a Roku 4K TV and it's fine. I can't even remember like the name brand of it, but it's fine. It works fine for me. It's like a 58. It's in the living room. This is just an HD TV behind me, but in the living room, and I have I think a Philips 4K player with the high dynamic range, Dolby Vision on that, and there that all works for me. Of course, like I said, if you want to go higher brow, you can go higher brow with more name brands and everything. Yeah, I'm not pressed about like as long as it plays and it looks good and it's good quality, I'm cool with that. They've lasted for me for a long time, and I'm cool with that. So I'm cool with that. I do have a Sony Blu-ray 3D player down there, but I don't do 3D. So but this is just for my little nerd room here. I don't need the 4Ks in my nerd room. I do my computer stuff here, my online business and my YouTube and all that. So this is just my little nerd cave for all that. And then I do my movie watching with the big screen in the living room with the popcorn and the 4K. So that's what I do that there. Yeah, but that's all I got. Unless you guys got any more questions and anything else you want to talk about, because we've been going for about an hour now, and like I said, I wanted to at least go an hour and give you guys just some time to maybe decompress a little bit, think about something else, maybe think about movies, think about Halloween, and think about just like something just to get your mind off things. And the only reason I haven't bought a new TV is I want a new 3D TV, but they don't currently make them. Except, yeah, I don't do 3D. Yeah, projectors have 3D. They do. I don't do 3D. I've never been a fan of 3D movies. Of one reason is I wear glasses, and it gets aggravating when you have to put glasses on top of glasses to watch a 3D picture. And I've never been a big fan of the whole 3D thing. It's never been my bag, baby, as Austin Powers likes to say. It's never been my bag. So I've never been into 3D. I know Tom loves it. Tom loves it. Bless his heart. I was not into that fad. I never got into it. And then I do have a player that plays 3D, but I don't have a TV that plays 3D. Yeah, but that's just me though. That's just me. I've never been into it. It's just the glasses thing is just whatever. Yeah. Today was crazy. I've had words. I've wanted to say words. I'm not a fan of the Avatar movies. I think the Avatar movies suck. Sorry, Uncle Revis. I think they're horrible movies. I don't understand their appeal and how they became the biggest movies of all time. I don't get it. It's just like Smurfs. It's basically Smurfs to me, and I don't get it. I don't like them. I have 2 Sony TVs and 2 Sony Blu-ray disc players that I watch my movies on, and I have cut the cord with streaming services, internet services, as I'm using the smartphone. That's pretty cool right there. I've cut pretty much all. I don't do streaming. I don't like streaming, but I do, like I've talked about. I've had Shutter. I'll do Shutter off and on, and Full Moon Features. So that's pretty much all the streaming I will do, other than YouTube. I have YouTube, and YouTube actually gave me, for all the crap they do to my channel and suppress me, that YouTube actually gave me 6 months free of YouTube Premium, so I can do a lot of YouTube Premium stuff. So, but that's it. That's all I do. I have to have internet for what I do. So for my work and all this and all that. So I have to have that. But yeah, I've cut the streaming. I don't do streaming. I hate streaming. Physical media through and through. And all that stuff like that. So yeah, the new TVs don't need glasses, but they're so expensive. You don't need glasses with the 3D TVs? I didn't know that. Yeah, the movie sucked, but the best 3D. Oh, okay, so they look really good on 3D. Even then, I don't think I could watch the avatars in 3D just because they look good, because they're really just horrible movies to me. Just horrible movies to me. Excuse me, I usually don't talk the much, so I needed to. The Abyss is good. The Abyss is good. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. You guys, that's what I think. That's what Uncle Remus was talking about. Like I said, I have to read into it and look into it. But like the new what was it called again? What was it what was it called? Uncle Remus, you mentioned it earlier. Uh, what was it called? The TV thing you mentioned. I can't remember. It was like there's possibly a new thing coming out. A new like it was it Dolby Vision 2 or what was it? What was that Uncle Remus that you mentioned earlier? Something coming out new, and some people were worried that we may have to rebuy our things again and everything with this new TV and everything that they got coming. Hopefully they don't go past 4K TVs. You may get an 8K TV, maybe, but I don't foresee like getting 8K disc. You know, I don't Dolby Vision. Thank you, Dolby Vision 2. Yeah. Shut up. Right there. That's my brother. But yeah, I don't know if we'll go past it like an 8K TV maybe. I don't know, but I'm not going to do that myself. I just won't. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought there was 8K TVs available right now. So yeah. I don't think we'll go any further than that. Other than this Dolby Vision 2 TV type thing that they're coming out with. I couldn't remember that, so I got to look into that and read about that. Maybe make a video on it if see what it's all about. But yeah, that's there. I did not know you could get a 3D TV without having glasses. How would you do that? How do you do it? I mean, how do you even see it? How does it work that 3D like that? How be interesting. That would be interesting to see. But once again, I've never been a big fan of the 3D, the three things. So, yeah, they cost more. The new TVs cost more than when the plasma hits. Plasmas weren't very good. They burned the images into the screen too. So all the people paid all that. Just like I never wanted a plasma because I heard all those stories. That's why I always made my get what do you call them? Just LED, because like the plasmas, they burnt the image into the TV. So yeah, there you go. Sony 4K 36-inch smart TV. But there you go. That's all you need, man. That's all you need. I'm content going forward. I don't really think we need. Yeah, I don't need an 8K. I don't need to upgrade anything else. I'm good. I got a 4K TV, 4K player, Blu-ray player, 2 VCRs. I got a HD TV. I got a CR TV with a little built-in VCR, which that's the 2 VCRs. So I'm good. I don't need to upgrade. I'm good. I'll just buy my Blu-rays, 4Ks, DVDs, and VHS tapes. As long as that's still being made, which it is, and I can still get a hold of it, which I still can, that's where I'm going to stay. I don't need to go upgrade any further. I don't need 3D Blu-rays. I don't need 8K disc. I don't need Dolby Vision 2 disc or whatever they may try. So yeah, I'm not pressed about that. Yeah, I mean, we can't afford a $1,400 TV, $1,400 TV, so I wouldn't buy that anyways. If we VHS on an 8K TV would look horrible. They look bad enough on like a just an HD TV. That's why you need they look so much better on a CRTV. They look clearer and everything. Like the whatever the digitalness to that, what that they do not look good on TV like TVs like that. They just don't. Some of them do. Some of them, depending on how new the VHS tape is. But for the most part, they don't. Like the older ones and all of them do not look good at all. So yeah, I'm good with that. Oh, there you go. Look, his VCR has HDMI. 100% watch them on my 4K TV. That's fine now. Like I said, some of them do look good, some of them don't. It depends. Yeah, my car was 2K and the TV's 1400. Yeah, no, we don't need that. What's up, VHS Massacre? Glad to see you out in the chat. Glad you could stop by for a little bit as well. But yeah, with that, we've gone about an hour like I wanted to. So if you guys got any final questions or anything you want to talk about before I close it out, let me know and we'll talk about it before I close it out. I got to get a drink. There we go. But okay. Once again, make sure you guys always support physical media. You know, I got all my physical media copies here. I wanted to get all of them. That's what I brought tonight. The Black Phone, great movie. Final Girls, great movie. Check them out. And My Tutor, great movie. These are all great movies. I had fun watching these this week. So and check them out, guys, and have fun with them. Yeah, I didn't even know there was HDMI VCRs myself. So I have like the where you just like cable cord that you screw in, or the red and yellow and red and yellow and white cords that you use. So yeah, thanks, Uncle Remus. I appreciate you as well. Science says 4K is literally the highest resolution that our eyes can. Yeah, it is. So like people keep trying to go more. Like I don't know if you'll see much of a difference in anything higher. So just keep it at 4K. Just keep it at 4K. But yeah, make sure you guys hit the like and leave a comment afterwards. Thank you, Books and Blush, and everybody out in the chat there, and everybody watching. I hope I gave you guys some levity, something to think about outside of everything. You know, make sure you guys support physical media, watch your favorites, own your favorites, buy whatever you like, buy whatever, you know, HD TV, 4K TV, CRTV TV, Blu-ray, DVD, CD, all that, whatever suits you. Don't let anybody try to tell you, well, you got to have the new 4K Steelbook. You know, if you want just a DVD of something, just enjoy the DVD of something. You know, that's what it's all about. As long as you have what you own and love what you love. So, Tom had to go somewhere. Rook, I don't know. He said he may or may not show up. And then Runner couldn't. That, you know, Runner and Rook, they just had they had no excuses. They had to do something. But I know where Tom's at, and I know what Tom had to do. So you know, but next week it should be back to normal. Tom will be here. I'll be here. Maybe Rook, maybe Runner. We'll see which ones, or somebody else. But as always, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching. And you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
How you doing? Bitches leave.